FISCH is the newest Roblox idle game to hit the shelves. Similar to the RNG games that came before it, Roblox FISCH boils down to casting your line and seeing what the ocean throws back. The community seems to really enjoy the fishing. Just by looking at these thumbnails, you'd think they just dropped the next Deep Woken. Roblox FISCH is amazing. Roblox FISCH is incredible. FISCH is an actual fun Roblox game. I'm addicted to this game.
So that must mean the game is good, right? Of course. No, it's completely awful.
This is a YouTuber named Eclipse, and where some of you may think that this guy is just hating on a good thing, there is one thing he said that really resonated with me.
At the end of the day, it literally just boils down to a mini game in any other game. This is the kind of thing that you throw in as like a 10 to 15 minute distraction, not a game that you're going to play for 20 plus hours or more.
Now this is something I felt has been a reoccurring theme on Roblox. There are a lot of Roblox games that end up feeling like really good pieces of a bigger game. Usually ends up being the entire scope. Now there's a lot of reasons why I think this is. Smaller scope allows the developers to really polish one aspect of gameplay to make sure it's as fleshed out as possible. Another reason is a lot of quote-unquote Roblox studios are typically only made up of a handful of people, sometimes even just a group of teenagers. Making larger scope projects either takes 10 times as long or requires more investment up front, so time and money a lot of smaller devs just don't have. But aside from either of those things, it's really just easier. Human nature is to take the path of least resistance. Why take the time to work really hard on something that might completely fail when you could make something quickly that has a higher chance of success? That being said, I'm also aware that some developers do not always have a project's polish in mind when deciding whether to make a small or repetitive Roblox game. There are a lot of cases where they're really only being lazy or charging an arm and a leg for a crumb of video gaming. So we do have this sort of stigma in the community at the moment where simple games are looked at pretty negatively because there are so many people that are making them for the wrong reasons that immediately, if a game is too simple, it is written off as being terrible or a cash grab. I'm not sure if that's always the case. Sometimes people want to just relax, throw up a video on their second monitor or their phone, and play a game that doesn't require too much brain power. I do this all the time when I play RuneScape. I usually just click virtual rock and doom scroll YouTube. And I think this comment on Eclipse's video sums it up pretty well. Honestly, I prefer catching some fish rather than getting one-shot comboed or 1, 2, 3, 4 move comboed, deleting my health. At least that doesn't mentally hurt me. This kid is so scarred. The way I see it, the diagnosis is we are all suffering from one of two types of fatigue. And as a result, we are eating each other. We have battleground fatigue and or idle/RNG fatigue. Throughout the last couple of years, both of these genres have been some of the most popular games on the platform. Battleground games, they're exciting, fast-paced, skill-based, but also frustrating, draining, and sometimes kind of toxic, not gonna lie. RNG games, they're relaxed, laid back, and luck-based, but also they can be boring, uneventful, and even existential. Why am I here? What am I doing with my life? These two genres are unequivocally polar opposites. However, one seems to be a direct result of the other, in my opinion. Battlegrounds games came out and made everybody unbelievably mad and sweaty, striving to constantly win and to be the best, to have the most skill, which immediately gave rise to a much simpler, less intense way to spend time on Roblox. When you don't want the rest of your day to be ruined because you lost 4 times in a row on Strongest and now all your self-worth is depleting. The rise of RNG games allowed people to take a load off, completely ignoring all the gambling tendencies that may be life-lasting as a result. In this game, the only thing stopping you from winning is time. It isn't about frame-perfect inputs or landing every single move in a combo, but simply waiting for your time to feel special. For the time where you get the big drop that nobody else in the server has, so you can say, yeah, I am pretty great, aren't I? Now, in FISCH's case, it definitely leans more in the RNG direction, but if I'm being honest, the early and mid-game feels more like a simulator. The only RNG part about it is you get different fish, and then you can sell them for more or less fish bucks. But ultimately, the objective isn't to catch the biggest, most rarest fish and show it off like traditional RNG games, unless you choose for that to be your goal, I guess. It's mainly about selling the fish, level up your rods, get bigger and faster boats, and maybe for completionists, try to get every fish in the game, or to get the highest level or something. So to finally address the title, what is the problem with FISCH? I think in a vacuum, there isn't anything wrong with FISCH. It's an RNG fishing game with a small scope. But in today's Roblox landscape, I think some people are left wanting more from their games. Games like Doors, Pressure, Blocktails, where they may still have simple gameplay loops at their core, they feel like they have a larger vision and are more well-rounded products. Maybe some people are just ready for that next thing that's going to keep Roblox fun, exciting, and new. Something that feels more like a complete gaming experience. Something that can include small, relaxing mini-games and big, thrilling gameplay moments. Maybe then we can all put our differences aside, come together, and spend more money on Roblox so that David can finally retire. And if you're someone who's a fan of the simple or cozy games, whatever you want to call them, I think that's completely valid. We all have limited time, and you should continue to enjoy the games that you like to play. I just thought this was a unique dynamic I've noticed on the platform, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about. I don't know if there's a winner or loser here. I just thought maybe this would be interesting to talk about. And if you guys like this style of video, maybe I'll do more in the future. I also apologize for those who thought maybe this was a video of me actually playing Fish. I'm always on the fence about playing RNG-oriented games for a video at this point. And when the gameplay is so similar to other videos I've already done, it kind of begs the question, do I really need to make another one? But what do you guys think about all this? Is Fish the bestest game ever made? Or is Strongest Battlegrounds still on top? Kill each other in the comment section!